Okay, so I'm ready for now. Okay, it's almost 10 half right now, but I cannot give up. I cannot just I have to do it. I have to do this every day. So let's start it. You will tell you, yeah, right now you got a lot of people that say forget about school. You're about school. They're idiots. You think they're idiots? Maybe why? If you are not in business, if you don't understand about accounting, you're already behind him. Can you know that? Business to communicate with you, right? There people don't understand the concept of the difference between profits and cash. You know, accounting may tell you your profit will be cash going down. Not understanding a breakdown when you don't. You think you need a college to learn that? You think you do right? Because may not for some people, look, if you don't so manipulated, you can take an online course in accounting and teach yourself. I think you always have and many guys more people understand not. Say you have to go to an embassy okay, you communicate charge. Accounting business plus class just spending the money forces you more obligated to do it. But accounting finance, lesser scale marketing, sales school offers that these are all the language business. So it's possible to yourself these things and possible to hire them. It's not like in company you don't going to have to spend money on an accountant. So your cost of owning a business, job is more important and all that is the problem blocking tackling. That's always business. Another thing and learning was more important than anything else. I learned how to learn. And learning became more important to me because the uncertainty in business is always going to be changing. If you're not always learning to this minute, if I'm just obviously learning, if just absorbing as much as I can absorb, someone else is going to kick my ass. So talk about manual. Okay, so host your brain and also with knowledge. If someone else knows more than you do, and you're not learning, if you don't know how to learn, if you don't have the trust for learning and acquire information, you are you SOL. You know, you just like honestly the questions are people you don't want to ask them. That's not right. The questions you ask them, tell me who will about you, anything else you do. Because in particular, tell me about your preparation. Ask me a question about just basic things that you have to know and you should have that to science. That's going to be going to declare for almost more than anything. The thing that needs to be a high level of paranoia absolutely needs to be, oh yeah. I mean, it always says, for every business, I said, we do to get on has. But business, there's somebody just get your ass. Just press your bite, your business, and but if you take it out, rather than to do it. Oh yeah, that's being paranoid. So you have to be paranoid and anticipate other people's next moves, and you can without play the competition. I was business playing this morning at college, and they were kind of being submissive of competition, and so you can't do that. They are actually trying to take you out, and they're not just gonna just still. If you're good, really, really good, you'll be able to inspire them to work even harder, faster, better. So you have to be, very self of what you're good at and what other people are good at. And a healthy level does a permanent nice bit. It's very helpful. If you're not always learning to this minute, if I'm not consistently learning, I'm just absorbing as much as I can absorb, someone else can give me hands. But it's all of your permissible knowledge. If someone else knows more than you do, and you're not learning, you don't know how to learn, you don't have enough stuff for learning, and acquire information, you as well out. There's something else to have the college kitchen, let's gym, right? So you guys that we go for we have muscle memory and discipline. No whiskey, no pause, anybody, but it's discipline. It's focused to do what is necessary to be successful, using to be do and combine it with being sitting, filtered for and telling with skilled. It makes it amazing, makes it small layer. So it's understanding what skills it is. We need a brighter place to use those skills and then going for it. It make you 24 to 20 depends on your period right industry. whatever industry you pick, if you are everybody, if you try to be so smart on everybody, if you can be better sales, every person, everybody, you can be better prepared than everybody. You gotta be patient, you don't do it and somebody else does. You know, I have a saying, work like someone else all the way from you. You work like someone else, spending 24 hours working instead of to take it all the way from you, and that's the kind of way to look at it. You could say it's the number one reason why people fail, not necessarily what they make. It's the complete opposite. Lack of plans, lack of effort. Lack of plans, lack of effort. Yeah, you just need to work and learn. You know, when you work in a room and you do some business, you start talking about somebody you are never come with no competition. So the competition, that means somebody has no more your business, you get started when you get started. And if you working into competitive environments and you still know more about your customers, you do and you want your customers, you're gonna lose. But most people don't consider that and they don't do work. More and they don't know even more about the business. I mean, and so you have to put into the effort to know more industry than anybody else. And that's the brand's part and that's the brand for part as well because if you continue with me, you better know what you're doing, otherwise I will kick your ass. You know, I'm not kicking out with me, and so you know the combination is usually what keeps it around more than anything. But that's always like, actually you have to earn it. And to his credit, he never said, no, you can't do that. So they were selling breakable Charles time, whatever it was, he never had me back. I think that was as important as anything. And you know, sometimes being, you know, trying to solve native, you don't know any better, all you do is learn. And if you fail, it doesn't matter. So when it was 9, 10, 12, 16, 21, you fail as for environment. You know whether you're not, you know, 29, 31, 24, you know, I'm sleeping on the couch. You know, I have a crowd the whole on the floor, or you know, living at a I'm a life student, and so you have to lose. So I think that influenced me as much as anything. You know, my last was like, go for it. You know, why not? What have you got to lose? Yeah, so something like, let's just say, if you think that say you will freedom, you could within the 10 minutes interview say this do start making as an entrepreneur. Yeah, I mean I can typically tell, right? I can tell by the passion, I can tell by their focus, I can tell by their preparation. You know, there's all other things in business here, you know, here's the person and you're in, and there's thousand things that influence whether or not you're going to be successful. You know, too much business, I can put my same position inside. Okay, now I read up 20,000 things you have to build up and go to the NAS. And $100 are this is if we already just already give me a sense of how hard I want to work, you know. And you can tell by the questions they ask me also have to do is okay, what do you want to know? Because if you and I were at high school was 14 years old, 15 years old, and we know each other. Repeat you being who you are today, no chance, really, no chance. Tell me why. I mean I had my good friends, you know, we hung out and I was hustler. That's why I was hustler, even in high school, yeah, and the business in a big way. But I don't think people saw it. Maybe a lot of people looked at me, oh, hesitating to succeed. Still in high school, you're a fun guy where you always the guy that people laugh. No. I was always competitive. I was those sport, related, able to descend, was a technology guy. I mean, I was to learning, was my business guy, was guy reading my business all the time, reading books all the time, you know, going to junior achievement, watching achievement great, when we reading business book because I go on. That's what I mean, when right that way, you know, so my first business when I was 12, it was buying, singing, baseball cards, playing stamps, and anything I could do to make money. I was hustling, trying to do outside work, but it wasn't not so much worth as all my friends went to with me. So you know, do you think there's a proven formula that if a brand rookie guy has got a business going out or this script a lot of knowledge on how to, think even follows formula, he's still to make it unachievable or no? So if you want to make it, not because who knows you're going to be competing with, but two people both following the same formula, but in the same industry, right? Which one wins? You know, maybe walking group and walking is successful, but you know, so I don't think nothing that we follow template For example, I think there's things you can do to put yourself in that position to succeed. Okay, so then that is the end of my speaking for today, and I feel really exhausted for today. Okay, but anyway, I'm done. I have two more left, and I'm gonna move to the 13. Yeah, the 13 times. Okay, so that's it for today.